Arguably one of the most problematic movies of all time is the second Pocahontas movie. It was released on August 25, 1998, and showcases the events following Pocahontas' departure from her homeland. That includes the journey to England and also her time there. It has countless cultural and historical inaccuracies, and today we will be talking about all of them. The first inaccuracy is the journey to England. The movie shows a touching scene from her homeland as she boards a boat which is quite luxurious for this time period. In the movie, the journey is completely left out, leaving the audience to infer that it was a peaceful one. However, this is simply just not the case. Prior to her journey, she was held captive at Jamestown in order for the chief to obey the colonizers' commands. Knowing that Pocahontas was the chief's favorite daughter, they took advantage of that. During this time, she was forcibly baptized and renamed under the name Rebecca, in an act to further civilize her. Following this, in 1616, she would be taken to England with John Rolfe as a connection between the Powhatan and English people. However, this just led her to being slowly stripped of her culture. The journey was long and unpleasant. During her time on the boat, she would be raped several times by John's crew, and she acted as a souvenir for the New World. She would be presented to English society as a colonized savage. 1 year after her time in England, she was forced into marriage with John Rolfe, who mistreated her on countless occasions. Ultimately, Disney's depiction of the journey is highly inaccurate and problematic as it fails to show the struggles Pocahontas underwent during her time to England. In Disney's interpretation of the story, Pocahontas is portrayed as being happy and willing to follow commands. Not only this, but she is also treated extremely highly by Rolfe. However, this is not the case as in reality she was severely mistreated by him on multiple occasions. She was also not taken very seriously by the higher-ups in the English society. However, much like the first movie, there is a song which bears a lot of historical significance. It is the song Wait Till He Sees You. This song is sung as Pocahontas is seemingly getting dressed for the ball. However, it can be interpreted as symbolizing Pocahontas being stripped of her cultural heritage. This actually bears a lot of similarities to the actual historical event in which she was converted to a civilized savage by English society. Some actions in the song that can lead us to believe this is the use of widening makeup on Pocahontas, and also changing her native clothes to English clothes, such as the dress. Another thing to add is that the title of his civilized savage is actually extremely problematic, as it shows that the English people of that time had a severe complex that they were better than people from other nations. They had the belief that the whites were the superior race and that everyone else came below them. So the fact that they call Pocahontas a civilized savage is in itself a very problematic statement. In the actual historical records, Pocahontas was tricked into coming to England under the impression that she was going to be a connection between the two nations. This did have some truth to it, but the fact is that the English's main plan was to bring her back as a souvenir for the New World. Pocahontas was stripped of her culture and beliefs and was converted to Christianity forcefully. Much like the first movie, Disney's interpretation bears no resemblance to the real event. Even the love between Rolfe and Pocahontas was 50% made up. Disney paid no attention to the actual story and completely ignored the factual events that occurred. Ultimately, their depiction of Pocahontas is problematic because it completely disputes the real events that actually occurred. It disregards the abuse and deculturalization that Pocahontas underwent during her time in England. Again, it is an extremely problematic movie which undermines cultural beliefs in real-life events. Now that you all know the truth, tell everyone you know because misinformation should never be spread, especially when it's about such a historically heavy topic. As well as this, next time you watch a movie, make sure to not believe everything you hear as it most likely won't be accurate to the real event that it is based on. So make sure to educate people around you who may not know the truth to these historical events. A couple Google searches or deep research after watching a movie may also help you to better understand the movie, so you should give it a try one time. Anyways, thank you for listening and have a good day.